So I know it's only mid-September, but it is the season for beauty advent calendars to launch. So I have purchased and even reviewed the odd beauty calendar here and there, but on the whole, I am trying to avoid the temptation of purchasing a beauty advent calendar this year. So the beauty calendar I want to talk about in particular in this video is the Sephora Favorites Advent Calendar. So the Sephora Favorites Advent Calendar retails for about $100. They do also have the Sephora Collection Advent Calendar, which is only Sephora brand products. And that one I'm not going to talk about in general. I think that one is not really a good value. And we'll talk about the value of the Sephora Favorites Advent Calendar in a moment. But as far as what drew me to the Sephora Favorites Advent Calendar in particular, one, it was available early for Rouge members, which meant as a Rouge member, I could kind of get a jump on purchasing it and then unboxing it and reviewing it on my channel. So I was looking at it through the kind of YouTuber lens of what would make good content. And secondly, just the items in general. There were some items in there that looked really appealing to me. And I do think it is actually a good value, so I'll say that up front. But after I kind of hit the pause button and took a step back and actually looked through the products, I realized that I either have a lot of the items or I'm not interested in trying what I don't have. So in this video, I'm going to kind of go through every item. I will be spoiling the entire contents and showing you demos of the product if I do have it, or just explaining why I think there may be better options if you, like me, were interested in the calendar, but maybe only a few of the items. So this exercise is going to be kind of tailored towards my interests and what I have in my collection, but hopefully the information I'm going to share will be beneficial to you as well. And last I checked, this calendar is out of stock online. So to the extent you did want it and you're not able to buy it, again, maybe some of these kind of tips will prove beneficial to you as well. So with all that being said, I did break down all the items by category, so I'll be going in category order. I'm not sure if the order of items on the Sephora product page is the order that you would open them, but it doesn't really matter in the long run. And I will have timestamps down below. I'm not sure if it will be by category or by item. I'll just kind of see how much time each item takes to talk about. So the first item is the Inkey List Oat Cleansing Balm. It is full size, but that only has a $13 value. And before I get too deep into the video, I should mention that I did the math and my calculated value is actually higher than what Sephora says it has. So by my calculations, it has a value of $391.87. And I did that value based on whatever the closest mini or smallest size is. So generally the larger size of a product you buy, the better the value is per ounce or gram or whatever. But I actually took the smallest product I could find. So I think that is saying something for Sephora. They say it has a $366 value. And I think there was even one item that I couldn't really calculate, so I just kind of skipped it. So as I was saying, the Inkey List, which is an inexpensive brand, their full-size oat cleansing balm is 5 ounces and retails for $13. So I think I did have this once upon a time. I had it for a while kind of in my stash before I actually got around to trying it, and I'm not sure if it was maybe a little old. So I didn't enjoy it. I seem to remember the smell being a little off-putting, but that could be just because it was a little old. So I am kind of interested in giving this product another shot. But again, the full size that they're giving you, $13, so that's not going to break the bank. They even have a mini size for $7. So I did note where the mini size in the Advent Calendar is available for purchase separately. So it may be better for you to just kind of purchase a couple minis and call it a day. So that is the first product. So the second item, you get 5 of the Dr. Dennis Gross Skincare Alpha Beta Universal Daily Peels. You can buy those as a set of 5 and they retail for $20. I think I've tried this product before. I think it has a set of 2 kind of wipes that you apply. So one is the acid and then the second is like a neutralizer. So it has glycolic and lactic acid. It's a chemical exfoliant. So like I said, I think I've tried this before and I know a lot of people really love this product. So having more sensitive eczema prone skin, I generally stick with less powerful exfoliants that I can use more often. So I really like the Paula's Choice Mandelic Acid exfoliant. I think they sell that at Sephora as well now, but you can also get it on the Paula's Choice website. And a bottle of that will last you more than 5 uses. So just something to consider. So next up we have the Sunday Riley Good Genes All-in-One AHA Lactic Acid Treatment. That one is 8 milliliters. They don't sell that size that I could see, but they do sell a 15 milliliter size for $43. So about twice the amount you can purchase for $43. This is one product though, and again, this might be very specific to me and my buying habits, so I'll just kind of put it out there. But this is a product that has been out on the market long enough where if you are a regular purchaser of skincare and makeup, there's a good chance that you've had an opportunity to try this product. So I just went through kind of my stash of skincare samples, and I found 2 little Good Genes treatments here. These are each 5 milliliters. So 10 milliliters altogether, so more than what you are getting in the advent calendar. So again, I just kind of want to show you these types of things for perspective, and I already have more than what they have in the advent calendar. And this is not a product I use very regularly at all. So the inclusion of that item doesn't really do a whole lot for me. Next up, we have a product that I do have, and this is the actual size as well. So this is the Laneige Cream Skin Refillable Toner and Moisturizer with Ceramides and Peptides. This is the 50 ml or 1.69 fluid ounce size, so it is this exact same size package anyway. And this is an item that you can purchase by itself for $16. So again, if this is one of the few products that you were really interested in trying, I would say maybe just purchase the mini separately and call it a day. For me personally, this is not my favorite milky toner on the market. When I first hauled this, I think I included footage comparing it to a Paula's Choice toner that I really enjoy. I've also tried like the Ilia milky toner and the one from Roth as well. For me, having dry skin, this is just not quite enough. So it's very thin feeling. You can see kind of dripping down my hand there. So I already did skincare earlier, but I'll just kind of show you what it looks like on the skin. If you have oilier skin, this might be a great option for you. I don't think it's a bad product. It just doesn't give me quite what I want in a toner. Yeah, if you want like a very thin toner, then maybe this would be a good option. And again, at $16, you can always just try it out and then move on with your life if it doesn't work out. But like I said, for me, it's just not quite as satisfying to apply as some others. So next up, I think this is our first full-size product, and I was shopping my stash again and I realized I already have this. And this retails for $25, so that's a pretty high price point when it comes to the ordinary. This is the Multi-Peptide Eye Serum. You get 15 milliliters or 0.5 ounces, and half an ounce is the kind of standard size for an eye cream anyway. So that's what the little dropper bottle looks like. And to be honest, I haven't really tried this, so we'll see kind of what it looks like on camera. And like I said, I'll go ahead and apply some underneath the eyes. So yeah, I can't give you any kind of long-term thoughts on this product. It's very thin. So if you have an oilier skin type, a product like this might be enough for you. If you have more dry, dehydrated skin, you might want kind of a more traditional eye cream to really kind of seal everything in. So again, I don't think this is a bad addition to the box. It's kind of a me-specific issue that I already have it. And if you add up all the full-size items, you do reach the list price of the advent calendar. So it's just a matter of whether those are products that you actually want and will enjoy. So next up we have the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Hyaluronic Cloud Cream Hydrating Moisturizer. So 20 milliliters of that is $23. And again, I have two little samples here. These are 7.5 milliliters. So this is the actual size that you will get in the box. Just one of these, and I already have two. So I have tried this. I think this is, again, a product that is going to be a little bit more suited towards combo oily skin, but I will show you what the texture is like. More than likely, I got this in a gift with purchase from Ulta, is where I get a lot of samples. So for me, sometimes it's just a matter of, do I want more little samples of a product that I'm not super keen on kind of cluttering up my apartment. So I'd have to double check the ingredients, but I don't think there's anything super objectionable about this. It's just a matter of whether it's the best kind of formulation for my skin type. And again, for the size of the product, I don't know that it's really that exciting unless you were just dying to try it and you haven't had an opportunity. They also have the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream, which I have a sample of here. So they do sell a 10 milliliter size of this for $23. So this size is $23. The advent calendar will actually have a product half this big, so they're only including a 5 milliliter size. And this is going to be a little bit of a richer moisturizer. You can see there. I know a lot of people love it and love Tatcha in general. For me personally, I avoid fragranced skincare. I guess I could have done one moisturizer on one side and one on the other, but yeah, I guess it's nice that they include one that's a little bit more kind of dry skin friendly and one that's more oily combo friendly. But yeah, this does include fragrance. It's not the most fragrance cream I've ever encountered, but fragrance generally is just something I seek to avoid. So again, you are not getting a lot of product in that little pot that they're giving you. And then the final skincare item to talk about is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Hue Drops. They are giving you a 5 milliliter size. You can buy a 40 milliliter bottle for $35, so 8 times what they're giving you. I also noticed that Glow Recipe has some sets with a 15 milliliter bottle. So that's another good thing to look at, is especially around the holidays, if you are interested in a particular product or a brand in general, you can look to see whether they have any of those value sets where there may be more products kind of targeted towards what you're interested in generally. The nature of these kind of advent calendars, they only have one Sephora Favorites advent calendar, at least in the US. So they're trying to appeal to as broad a demographic as possible. So just keep that in mind when it comes to the types of products and the shades and all of that. So moving into a little bit more of the makeup territory, they do have the Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment in Citrus Sunshine. That is a full size, so that retails for $22. And I haven't tried that one in particular, but I do have 2 other shades of this product. And in all honesty, I'm pretty happy with these. I know people talk about the citrus one as having like a creamsicle scent. So if you were really interested in that particular shade or scent variation, then I guess I can see the appeal there. I'm pretty sure Ole Henriksen has at least one holiday kit with that particular shade in it. So just something to note. But for me, I do have the strawberry one, which I've been wearing while I have been talking here. So pretty sheer kind of pink tint. But I also have the cocoa one. So I'll just quickly wipe that off. And this is the cocoa one that I got in my FabFitFun box, which is a nice darker shade kind of going into the fall winter. And the scent of these does vary according to kind of which one you pick. So yeah, so I do like these, but I'm happy with the 2 that I have, and I don't feel like I'm missing out with the citrus one. So pretty good there. I'm going to have to wipe this off again. So the next product is an interesting one. They're including the Givenchy Beauty Rose Perfecto in N001 Pink Irresistible, maybe? I'm not sure what kind of French accent they might put on that. That one, the full size is $39 for 2.8 grams, and you're getting 1.5, so a little over half the amount in the full size, which is pretty good. This is one of those kind of standard pH lip balms, so it's not a product that I am particularly interested in. I also got a full size of the lip balm that launched 8,000 imitators, the Dior Lip Glow Color Reviver Balm in 001. So I'll go ahead and apply this. So this came in my platinum gift for the Dior loyalty program, which means I spent an obnoxious amount of money at Dior over the last year or whatever. But I did get this full-size lip balm, so. And there are so many other products like this on the market now. I don't know that the Givenchy is anything special, but again, it's not really a product that I'm super excited about. So again, that may be something very specific to me. The next product is the Beauty Blender Original Beauty Blender Makeup Sponge in a deluxe sample. So the full size is $20. They're saying that you get a 0.4 gram or 0.035 ounce sample, I guess. And this is a product, I don't think I assigned any value to it because as a tool, the size of the Beauty Blender really affects how you use it. I know they used to have the minis that you could use for like blush or whatever, but I don't really know whether a deluxe sample or mini will really kind of give you the full effect. I think what they should have done, honestly, is instead of giving you a full-size cleansing balm, which is 5 ounces, so that's a pretty big tube. I don't know if I have anything close by that's 5 ounces, but you know, it's a pretty good size cleanser. I think they should have given you the mini of that, and then they could have fit in the Beauty Blender. There are also 27 items, so they are giving you, I think, 2 bonus items in addition to 25 days. So that's a positive. I just don't know that giving you the deluxe size Beauty Blender is really where they should have economized. I think a full size is probably going to be better. I'm sure there will be people unboxing the advent calendar on YouTube, so you can be sure to check them out. I do have the pro size Beauty Blender. This is my dried one, so I'm gonna go wet this and then I'll apply some foundation. I feel like my hair is extra poofy tonight, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm just gonna apply, I guess, my Charlotte Tilbury corrector quickly. And then I think I'll use the Makeup Forever Hydro Glow. I wanted to grab one that is sold at Sephora, although I think Makeup Forever is currently doing a 25% off sale. I know they even go up as high as like 30%. I'm not sure whether that will be still going on by the time I post this video, but I'd say Makeup Forever is definitely a brand where if you can, I would recommend purchasing from their site directly. I think they also have a pro discount if that applies to you. So yeah, just going to blend this in. I have been using stick foundations a lot, but I tend to use a brush with those, so to kind of show off the Beauty Blender, I wanted to grab a traditional liquid foundation. As I'm sure you know, Beauty Blender is also great for blending in concealer and blush, cream blush, liquid blush, any other cream or liquid products that you want to use. So just getting a base layer down, and then I'll add more coverage with concealer, I think. And I'm going to be using kind of a traditional loose powder as well, so maybe just a tad bit more right here. So I'm sure, especially if you're traveling, like you could use a smaller size, but I don't know. It would just be kind of frustrating, I think. It's probably also the pink color. I think some people say that the pink is different from the black, or different colors are different. I don't really know. I like the black one for what it's worth. Okay, so next we have a very classic product, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel. And again, this is the actual size that you'll be getting in the box. I think they have changed the packaging, so it's a little bit more, I think, rose gold as opposed to silver. But otherwise, I think the product is the same. So this product, I think I first started using in 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. So this is kind of one of the OG brow gels on the market, and I still like it. I feel like I have enough samples and that kind of thing to last me a lifetime. So I wouldn't necessarily mind getting another one, but I don't think I really need it. I also have samples of like the Benefit Brow Setter, which is nice. So yeah, I don't mind a brow gel with a little bit more hold, just by virtue of kind of how my brow hairs behave. So again, this is a very kind of traditional, if you will, kind of crowd-pleasing product. I don't know that anyone is going to be super excited to get it, but it is something that I think a lot of people will be able to use. I even have kind of the full-size version here. So yeah, I don't think for me this really adds much value, but it's a good product. Just one I already happen to have. Okay, so before I go into bronzer, I do want to apply some concealer. So in the last video I posted, I talked about the CL concealer, and I included it with a kind of 2-day wear test on the LYS foundation, and I was pretty pleased with the product, so happy to try it again. And again, like I said, I'm trying to incorporate products that are sold at Sephora. So how I like to kind of apply concealer, so I have my A506, so I like to kind of distribute this, and depending on how well blended things are looking, so I don't think I need any kind of additional help with a sponge. With some products it's helpful to kind of go over, especially if you have any brush strokes, but this one blends out pretty well. And brushes, especially this one, are helpful kind of getting around the nose and everything. Okay, so next up we have bronzer. So they're actually giving you a full size of the Milk Makeup Matte Cream Bronzer in Baked. That retails for $24. And again, I would say kind of calculating the value and the value for you specifically, just take a look at whether that shade in particular will work for you. I thought I had the full size of the lighter shade because I think that's the second lightest, but I do actually have like a little sample size of this particular shade in Baked. So this little guy is 3 grams or 0.1 ounce. So like about half the size. Let me see if I have, I think the full size will be about this size. This is one of their blushes. So I think this is the size that they have now. They caused a little bit of scandal, I would say, in changing the full size of their products. I think whether that really matters kind of depends on how quickly you go through a product. It's possible before that there was just so much product that people weren't going through it before it went bad. I'm not really sure. Okay, so I'm going to try applying this directly to the forehead. I'd say it takes a second to kind of warm up a little bit. So I'll just show you kind of how it looks blended like that. The good thing about most creams and liquids is that they tend to kind of blend out a little bit more sheerly than you might think. So I just picked up some on my, this is a Sephora 47 brush. They actually call it a foundation brush, but I'm not sure that really did much. I would say in general, I think this is a product you can go a little bit more heavy-handed with. So I just picked it up directly with the brush and then I'm tapping it on. So definitely not kind of as scary as some products have been going on. So if you are my skin tone, I think you could make this work. But of course, the other side of that is that if you do have a darker going into medium skin tone, I'm not sure how much this is going to show up on you. So I'm just going to go like that. But if you do want a product, you can just kind of apply with a little bit more abandon. You are getting a full size. Okay, so I think that is it for kind of all the cream products. Next up we have a powder. So they have decided to include the classic Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. 9.3 grams of that will set you back $24. They're only giving you 2 grams, which is not a lot at all. So this little sample I have, this is a 5-gram jar, and looking for something that was perhaps a comparable size, this little jar that you see here is 1.5 grams. So if you want something truly mini, the issue with this size for me is just that it becomes a little bit more difficult to fit a larger brush into. But if you are traveling or you want something very small to put in your purse, I follow some Instagram accounts that are just about like the smallest makeup samples imaginable and then putting those into kind of equally small little bags and pouches and things. So anyway, some people, I guess, see a use case. Okay, so just making sure any creases are gone and then setting this. So I am not really a loose powder type person. Like I said, I have drier skin, and in general, I just find loose powders to be a little bit kind of messy. So there are a lot of different options on the market. I know this powder kind of had a chokehold on the makeup space for a good while, but I'm not sure if this is quite as popular as it used to be. Okay, so I'm just using the same brush because it fits in the packaging, and that is kind of set and unset. I do like the pressed powder that they came out with not too long ago. I have a full size of that. So if you were interested in a Laura Mercier powder that may be more suited for dry skin, or if you just prefer a pressed powder generally. Again, I think this might be kind of a case where the size of the packaging makes it a little bit more difficult to kind of get a true read on. But I think I'm definitely a little bit more mattified than I was when I started. So anyway, you're getting that. And I think the next step I have is actually a mascara. So I'm just going to apply some quick eyeshadow. I think I'll do this off camera for the sake of time, but I'll come back and let you know what I did. So the eyeshadow is applied. I haven't applied mascara yet. Just to quickly run through what I did, I applied the Fenty eye primer, and then I set that with the Charlotte Tilbury powder. And then on the eyes, I have the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. So I just felt like doing something a little festive because we, again, are talking about the holidays and Advent and whatever. So I used a lot of these shades. So I don't know if it's beneficial to really go through what I did, but yeah, I just used obviously the mattes in the crease and some sparkly shades on the lid. And then I applied my Lisa Eldridge liner in ground coffee. So that is what we have on the lids. I've heard rumors that Natasha Denona is going to be launching a purple eyeshadow palette for the holidays. So that'll be interesting if that comes to pass. Okay, so for mascara, so they're actually including 2 mascaras. The first one that I have a sample of here is the Lancôme Mercier Big Volumizing Mascara, and Big is the new black. And they are giving you a 2 mil, which is this size. You can buy a 4 mil size for $16. I feel like mascara is one of those things where when it comes to samples, I'm not sure that you're really using up a mascara completely. It's more just how much you're able to use before it goes bad kind of thing. And then they are also including an actual mini of the Rare Beauty mascara, and that you can purchase separately for $11. So, haven't applied anything to the tops or the bottom lashes. That is what the wand looks like, kind of a volumizing style. And the Rare Beauty mascara, I know I've tried it before. There was a little kit that Rare Beauty came out with one holiday season. So I'll link that video. You can see what I thought at the time anyway. And I did also see that you can get a deluxe sample. I'm not sure how big it is. Of the Rare Beauty mascara on Sephora. That is free with a $30 purchase, I believe. So I'll give you my spiel. I always curl my lashes, and I typically go for a waterproof mascara, a volumizing waterproof mascara, because it holds my curl. I just find that a lot of other kind of normal mascara formulas don't hold the curl. I'm not sure exactly how old this sample is. It seems like this was the Lancôme mascara sample that you always got until they came out with the Lashy Dole. So I think I was down to just this one sample, and I have like 5 samples of the Lashy Dole. So yeah, I'd say the lashes are looking a little kind of haphazard. I think I've also tried the waterproof version of this. I think it was on sale during an Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. So I think this will build up volume quite a bit if you like a volumizing formula. If you like something a little bit more defined, I don't know that this is going to be it. So that is the mascara. Next up, we have the next full-size product, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Lip Cheat in Pillow Talk 2 Medium. So this is a full size. It retails for $25, and I do have this. So I have one Pillow Talk Medium here. I also have a unused one in the box still that I got, again, like an Ipsy or something. So I'm pretty good on this shade. I do enjoy it. So I'll show you what it looks like on my skin tone. And I guess I can go ahead and swatch. All right, so I have Pillow Talk 2 Medium, which I always preferred to the original Pillow Talk. So that's the original Pillow Talk. And then I also purchased Pillow Talk Fair, which is a nice kind of more like my lip shade. It's not quite as intense. So I like Fair and Medium the best. So just because they're kind of marketed towards a particular skin tone, you can still wear it. So I don't think there's much kind of residual lip balm I can rub off, but I think my lips are definitely pinker now than when I started. So I'm not doing anything too crazy. In terms of overlining or anything, but so I usually like to fill in a little bit as well. So yeah, I think it's definitely a color that someone of my skin tone can wear quite easily. So I guess it's nice that they chose something that's not just the regular Pillow Talk. Next up we have the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump in Rosy Mauve Shimmer Gloss. So you are getting 1.3 grams or 0.045 ounces, which I think is about half the size of the full size, which is 0.095 for 26. So I don't have a lip plump, I don't think, but I do have that size in the normal Maracuja Juicy Lip. And I'm not really into lip plumping products generally, so I'm okay kind of missing out on this one. And Tarte usually does lots of sets, lots of deals, sales, whatever. This one you can see is a little bit on the melty side. So I'll show you this one on the lips. This is the shade Rose. I do like this product. And based on the ingredients and reviews, it looks like the plumping Tarte gloss is more of that kind of menthol, minty plumping as opposed to like the really burning cinnamon or pepper kind of plumping. So if that sounds good to you, then that will be included. So next up we have the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Makeup Setting Spray. Again, talking about a classic product here. You're getting half an ounce and you could buy a 1 ounce for $17. So that'll be roughly a $8.50 value. So I don't have that size in the Urban Decay, but I just pulled out this half size of the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray just by way of kind of scale, if you will. I do have like the little kind of perfume size of the All Nighter, which I don't know how well this is actually going to spray, but why not? And this is not a product I tend to go for. I don't really go for any setting sprays, to be honest. I think this is an alcohol-based one, which again is not something that I really go for with dry skin, but here goes nothing. Yeah, not a good spray on that. The one thing you can do though, if you do have any like droplets or whatever, another good use of your sponge, just to kind of tap over, make sure everything is kind of melting in together. I realized I forgot to apply blush. How did I do that? I had things out of order in my little my list here. So the thing I forgot to talk about is the Pat McGrath blush in Divine Rose. This is the full size, which is 9.7 grams. The size you are getting is about a third of this at 3 grams. They do actually sell that size separately for $19. So if you wanted to try out the formula or if you just wanted a smaller one for travel, it is a really pretty kind of mauvey shade. I think they sell this and like more of an orangey terracotta shade in the smaller size. So if you wanted something more that size, I'm wondering if I can just go over this. This is probably not the best idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I do like this blush. I don't wear it as much as I probably should. So I have been kind of eyeing the small size because whenever I'm packing for a trip, it always looks so appealing to have a blush that size. And I do like this color. I think it's probably one of my favorite Pat McGrath shades. And Divine Rose is to Pat McGrath as Pillow Talk is to Charlotte Tilbury, so. And I'm applying this with the Rephr number 5. I think a natural hair brush is probably the way you want to go. So yeah, that little mini is probably one of the things that drew my eye in this advent calendar, but like I said, I could just purchase it separately. I think Pat McGrath also has it available as a gift with purchase from time to time. So yeah, really, really pretty kind of neutral mauve shade. So that's it for makeup. So I have 4 fragrances to talk about and then 3 hair care items. So the first fragrance is the Commodity Milk Plus Bold Eau de Parfum. So you get 7.5 milliliters and a 10 milliliter size is $32. So like a travel spray. So I thought I had a sample of this one, but I actually don't. I have a ton of samples of the Milk Expressive. I think I even have the full size, but not the Bold. So if you're unfamiliar with Commodity, they basically have the same or similar scent in multiple like strength levels. So they have a personal that's more of a skin scent, expressive, which I think is more of just kind of a run-of-the-mill average perfume in terms of strength. And then they have bold, which is obviously going to be bolder, have more projection, that kind of thing. And I think they kind of tweak the notes a little bit depending on which strength it is. And like I have this little expressive sampler, so this is all of their expressive variations. I think they do this for like their bold scents as well, and I think even like the entire range. So there are lots of ways to kind of sample this. So this is a warm and spicy, sweet gourmand, has notes of firewood, mahogany wood, and marshmallow. Yeah, it's not my favorite type of scent. I don't normally go into like really smoky scents, but that one is going to be included. So this little vial here is 2 milliliters. So you're getting, I think, a decent amount. All right, I grabbed another sample I have. So this one is also the expressive, but this one is 5 mil. So again, just for the sake of comparison. So the next scent is the Gucci Flora Gorgeous Magnolia Eau de Parfum. That one, you are getting 5 milliliters, and a 10 milliliter travel spray will run you $39. So this one is going to be a mini bottle. So I don't have that exact scent, but I have a similar little bottle in their Gorgeous Gardenia. I'm pretty sure this scent is included in one of the Sephora Favorites perfume sets, where you get a bunch of little samples like this, and then you also get a certificate that you can redeem for a full size. So those are really good to look at if you were looking at a similar type of item in terms of trying a lot of things. I've actually thought about picking that one up myself because it's a good way to buy Tom Ford fragrances generally. So last year I picked it up because it included Tom Ford leather. Is it just called leather? Whatever their leather scent is. And this year's includes Cafe Rose, which I've thought about purchasing. So if the price of the set is less than the item you would be redeeming it for, you're getting a savings on that already, and then you can try a lot of other fragrances in addition to it. And of course, if it's still around during the Sephora VIP sale and you have a 20% off discount, then you can also pick it up at an even greater discount. So I just wanted to show you how cute these little bottles are. They're really pretty. And again, this isn't the exact one that you'll be getting. I think I actually like the one that's included better. I like the color of it. But yeah, I kind of collect these. I think I have a couple of videos on my channel talking about my collection. And I don't think these little dabbers are as helpful a way to sample the perfume. You could always pour it into a little atomizer, empty atomizer if you wanted, but they sure are cute. Okay, so that is Gorgeous Magnolia. I'm not really big into white florals anyway. I'm more of a rose type person, so yeah, not always my cup of tea there. The next one I actually do have. So this is Jo Malone English Pear and Sweet Pea. And I do like this better than the English Pear and Freesia. That one can lean a little bit more into bug spray territory for me. So this is the size that you'll be getting. So these are really nice. I like to travel with these. They are a spray. So 9 milliliters. You could also buy a 0.34 ounce spray for $32. So their travel sprays are a little bit different, but I like to pick these up when they're gifts with purchase and that kind of thing. The notes on this one are pear, sweet pea, and white musk. So yeah, I do like this one. It's a little bit more spring maybe than I would think to include in an advent calendar. But it's a nice light floral, good for daytime. So I do like that one. Okay, so the last one is going to be a perfume mist from Sol de Janeiro. So they're Cheirosa 59, is that how you say it? You're getting 1 ounce or 30 mil. You can get the 3.04 ounce for $25, or they have a set of 4 for $34. So if you want to try a lot of different scents, you can go that route. So yeah, I know those are very popular. So the notes on this one sound interesting. It's a warm and sweet gourmand with sugared violet, vanilla orchid, and sandalwood. Yeah, I would definitely try that one. I'm not super into really sweet scents, but could be good. Okay, and then the 3 hair products to wrap things up. So first off, you are getting the Amika Soul Food Nourishing Mask, 1 ounce. A 3.3 ounce size you can buy for $19. This isn't the same product, but I just pulled it out as a 1 ounce sample size. This is obviously the Briogeo Be Gentle, Be Kind. So yes, you're not getting a lot. Depending on your hair length, you could maybe get 1 or 2 uses out of this, depending on how sparing you are. So I like Amika. I've tried their mask before and it's nice. I like the way their hair products smell. So I would definitely use that product. I keep a stash of these to use when I travel and that kind of thing, but Just be aware that you're not getting a whole lot. Next up, we have the ColorWow Dream Coat Supernatural Spray Anti-Frizz Treatment. That one you can buy. So this is the curly hair version, but same size. So this is 50 ml or 1.7 fluid ounce. And this will run you $12 by itself. So not too expensive. They do tell you to be quite liberal when you apply it. You really want to kind of coat every strand. So that is what I used today. So I did have the full size actually. It's been a while since I've used it. And I don't think my hair is looking all that amazing, to be honest. Take my headband off now that we're done with the makeup. So like I said, I think it's a little poofy. I will kind of give the caveat that I washed my hair yesterday as well, so it probably wasn't really due for a wash, so it's maybe a little bit dry. I think the last time I blow dried my hair was in the last video, so if you want to kind of compare notes. In that video, I think I used the Après like protein treatment, bond building treatment before, and then I also used the OGX hair oil, and I didn't do either of those things today, so that probably would have helped things. I used, I'm pretty sure, the same shampoo and conditioner, and then I didn't use any other styling products. The last time I used the Way Leave-In as usual, and then I also used the Briogeo Anti-Frizz cream, whatever it's called, I forget. So yeah, I can't say that I love the way my hair is looking. So I'd say it's something worth trying if you want to see if it works for you. But again, you can pick up a travel size for 12 bucks. And then the last thing here is the itty bitty Gisou honey infused hair oil. So I have a sample of this, and this is actually the size that you will be getting. So in the advent calendar, you're getting 3 milliliters or 0.1 ounces. You can buy a 20 ml size for $25. So prepare yourself. This is how it is. So, you know, again, depending on your hair length and how much you need to use, I haven't tried this as kind of a pre-shampoo treatment. I've been using the OGX one. I guess the good news is my hair could use a little bit of oil. So I just put like that amount. It smells fine. I don't know why everyone kind of goes crazy for this product. So at least you can kind of see in real time. It does help take down the poofiness. And hopefully my hair will be a little bit more protected next time I wash it. But anyway, it's a hair oil. It's something I have to remember to incorporate, and usually I use it pre-shampoo, not post. So anyway, that takes us to the end of this list of products. As I said in the beginning, I think it's a good value if you either manage to pick it up or if it goes on sale in store or it comes back in stock, whatever the case may be. I don't think it's a bad buy. I just hope that by sharing my kind of thought process and how I shopped my stash or thought about the products I prefer, that helps you kind of engage in a similar exercise to either save yourself $100 or to not feel like you're missing out on anything. So you could also just take a lot of minis and stick them into an empty advent calendar if you wanted to. So anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.